Joe and you feel.
Evening. Welcome to another Thursday Turning Live. Tonight, we're going to look at the brand new rainbow waxes from Chestnut Products. These launched this weekend, just gone at the Woodturning Weekender down in Canterbury. Fantastic weekend. Lots of good demos. Nice to meet up with some old and new makers. Yeah, let's bring in the worm. So this evening, earworming for me, all the way from Carry On, we have Babs at Team Fishcrafts. We have a special star in the night from Voice Auto, Marlene. Evening, night.
You wear one leopard print shirt.
Kes from Spirit and Bear, and the Wood Jedi himself, Mr. Wayne the Woodturner. So let's pop these guys back in the background. As I said, tonight is more about playing with the colours and showing you what you can do with these waxes, because they're not normal waxes. So on the lathe already, this is a piece of oak. I've already turned the shape and applied ebonising lacquer because I didn't want to be waiting to dry. There's a little bit of hollowing to do this, so we'll do that. And then we'll start putting some colour on. And I've already got a platter that I've part turned as well. So while I'm hollowing this, if you guys want to let me know who's in, that'd be brilliant.
Go on, Di, or Wayne. Go for it.
Right. Well, Wayne the Woodturner was the first person in tonight. It seems, beating Colin out there. Then we've got Gerard the French Turner. Rich the Beard 16's in. You don't forget he's got a live later on tonight, guys. It's who's he invading tonight? Does anyone remember?
Tanya, isn't it?
We've got Robert Dolman, Wood Wizardry by Colin, Peter Corcoran, IAP, Circular Wood by Keith. We've got Maple Tree Studios in. Hi, Dale.
Evening.
Still working, I imagine. Wyvern Woodshed's in. Hi, Andrew. Tony Smith, Brett Cunningham.
Oh yeah, Brett.
That's it for now.
Don't
forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. Yeah. No, have I missed one, mate? Sorry.
Yeah,
oh yeah, okay.
Brett, how you doing, mate? You still in hospital or are you home? I forgot as well, we've got a maker's birthday today. I need to say a big happy birthday to John at Jigsy's Shed.
Hey,
Birthday,
Jigsy,
John.
happy birthday.
He sent me a message earlier apologising for not being in tonight. I think he's going out for a meal.
And why shouldn't he?
Right. Dale has just said that he's got to turn another butt plug and he needs to deal from Ann Summers.
Door 16 has just come in.
And Bailey's Wood has just come in as well.
Yeah.
Hey,
John,
Chris.
John hasn't got away with it tonight. He will be starring in a special video at the end of this live.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's been asking about the karaoke from the weekend. So
Can't believe I wasn't there.
There may be a few clips appearing later on.
It sounds like fun, actually.
Yeah, you kind of you were in the zone, mate. During the
I was a tad inebriated.
I don't think it wasn't just that. It was the second the book fell down in front of you, you were like, "Ooh, karaoke! I'm having it."
You know what? I used to do karaoke every Friday night in a Horatio's bar at the end of Palace Pier in Brighton, and then I met my good lady wife, and it sort of stopped.
It would, pal.
But,
yeah.
Do you remember? I can't remember his name. The coloured.
Just come in.
Oh yeah, Dave, the coloured guy that did the.
Just come in.
Hi, Huey.
Hey, Shug.
Hi,
Hello,
Shug.
Dave.
And He did the Halifax adverts.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, I can't remember what his name was.
Howard
he-
Summit or other.
Yeah, he used to be there quite a bit. So there we go. Right, that's the bot. That's that hollowed out. So now we can start putting some colour on these. Now these waxes, just going to wash that down. You can actually thin these waxes down, and if you get too much on there, then you can use a reducer that Chestnut sell to take them off. So I'm just going to make sure we've got all the dust off. So this is just going to be a simple vase. It's a piece of oak. And what I did is I used a liming brush before I lacquered it, just to take all the soft grain out. Now again, you can apply these new waxes either with a cloth, a brush. Did Emma say about a foam pad or something as well, mate?
Yeah, I think she did. And somebody in the audience came up with an idea. Can't remember what it was. So that was a useful piece of information
That
there.
was brilliant. Di. Well done.
Just,
Learned a lot
I
there.
mean, I think to be fair, just smear it on. Get it on.
Get it on there. It's the next one that we're going to be decorative with.
Huey said Brighton boy, whatever that means.
So, because I live quite close to Brighton, I get them taken out of me.
How close to Brighton?
It's probably about half hour.
Yeah.
Now we've only got 2 colours to play with tonight because I only picked up 2 colours. Because they were launched at the weekend, they were very limited. Everyone kept picking everything up, so it was like you got what you got. So I've got pink and red. So I'm quite happy that we got some ladies in the worming tonight.
Do I like pink?
John
No, I don't
Scarborough
like
said
pink either.
he's a bit late, but that doesn't look
I like
like
red,
mushroom week.
Yeah. they did have a purple one,
take
but
part in these challenges.
they
Was
do
that a
do
purple one?
They
No.
do purple colour.
Oh, I like purple.
Sometimes I do. I did one of the challenges, but
Colin said yes with a makeup foam brush thing.
yeah, that was it.
That's the one.
The makeup thing.
Yeah, makeup brush.
Sponge.
Mm.
But I don't own one of those.
Woodworm Paul is in.
Evening.
And John Scarborough's popped in.
Everybody hear
Dale
me
says
okay?
he likes pink and purple and red.
Yeah, I've got pink shirts.
No, I think I'll pass on pink shirts.
Keith said that these waxes are so new they are not on their web pages yet.
No. So I looked to
Can I
put the
just
link
say
in.
that can I just say that these waxes aren't new?
Are they not?
No. They've been out for years under the name of Buffett.
Yeah, so they're new to Chestnut, but not a new thing.
Ah. Woodworm Paul says hi.
Evening.
Hello.
Right, is that any better?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there we go. We spread it on. And it says allow to dry for 5 minutes and then buff to a gloss finish.
So how are we going to fit in 5 minutes then?
We're not going to wait 5 minutes.
It's a bit impatient.
I don't know. How do you want to fill in 5 minutes?
Well, you could watch the videos or the singing that you keep telling us about.
No, that's coming. That's coming up at the end. That is. You got to wait for that one. So as you can see, where I've gone too soon, it's now gone over the black.
Mm-hmm.
What you can do is you can get the reducer that Chestnut Products sell. A little bit on a cloth.
Can you rub that on your belly, mate? I've been thinking I could do with some of that.
And there you go. Look.
So that's just left it in the grain.
Let's just left it in the grain.
Fantastic.
It's a good effect, though, isn't it?
John, Scott used chestnut ebonizing lacquer.
Yeah. Sorry. So they're a little bit different to the embellishing waxes that Martin does. Because you can't do this with that.
Well, hang on. You can't do what with the embellishing waxes?
You can't use the reducer to take the...
Oh, right,
excess.
I'm with you.
You have a question from John Scarborough.
Yep.
Sorry for the late question, but what black did you use, Scott?
It was the chestnut ebonizing lacquer.
We've got one from Maple Tree Studios here. Nina. How many biscuits does Wayne need to tell you not to eat?
There are no biscuits in the shed.
Yet.
Anymore.
No, there are no biscuits in the shed.
Good.
There are 10 Jaffa cakes
Ah,
and 12 tea cakes.
Tunnocks.
Wood
No, they're not
Turning
tunnocks.
by Barry has just come in.
Hiya.
Hi, Barry. And Gav. Hi,
Gav
Gav.
just come in.
Hi, Gav.
Hiya, Gav. Right, there we go. Let's just give that a quick... Find a clean bit of cloth.
Will that smear now you've put that stuff on it? That
Shouldn't do.
reducer.
Shouldn't do.
Lovely.
Lovely. And what we're going to do now, so we'll give that a couple of seconds just for that reducer to dry off. And then we're going to apply a coat of acrylic sanding sealer over the top of it, just to hold all that wax in the grain. This is an idea that I picked up off David Lowe at the weekend. One of the fantastic demonstrators, and unfortunately it was his last ever demo at the weekend, which was a shame to hear.
Officially. I tell you what, it was an absolutely cracking weekend. I've come on such a buzz, all sorts of ideas.
I learned quite a lot as well on the Sunday.
So is there any other questions out there?
Not at this moment.
Come on, guys, in the chat, don't forget to preface your question with a QQQ or a Nina or whatever it is, just so we can see that it's a question. Pinned up at the top of the chat there's Scott's Buy Me a Coffee page, which I believe Scott goes to support the channel.
Yeah, it goes to support the channel or good causes, or any tonight we'll be going to buy some more of these colours. There's 12 colours available, and I've got 2, so I think they're about £7 a pop. So what we're going to do now is wait for that just to dry. I've just seen a damp patch on it. Then we'll denib it with a bit of the chestnut white nightweb.
Robert Lapsley is asking a question. What is the best wood to use for that effect? Open grained wood.
Open grain.
Oak, ash. You could even try elm.
As it happens, Wayne, the platters elm that we've got up in a minute. I thought I had loads of ash. Still a bit damp. But when I went hunting, I've not got any ash at all, not even a bowl blank.
Gav is asking if it was Wendy. Yeah, Wendy's here, and so is Kez from Spirit and Bear. And
Yes.
Maple Tree Studios says Nino, How does Scott feel about me having 4 bottles of Thistley Cross whiskey cask?
Oh,
There's your answer.
love you,
Somewhat
really, Dal.
envious.
He's got
Gerard-
Thistley Cross, and I've
Right.
got.
Gerard
got
is
his beer.
asking, what about beech? Beech can sometimes be close grained, and that type of effect doesn't really work very well on a close grained wood.
So what we're going to do now is just give it a coat of acrylic satin lacquer. Not out of that can we ain't. Just as well. Oh, actually, let's go for a gloss lacquer then instead. Got to get a new can out.
Don't forget, guys, if you like what Scott's doing, don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
So there we go. That's just Chestnut's acrylic gloss lacquer. While we're waiting for that.
How long does that take to dry then, Scott?
Not that long. Not that long at all.
Would you usually give it about 4 or 5 coats of that, or just leave it with one?
Yeah. So I'll give it one, let it dry, then give it another after denibbing it. So I denib it between each coat.
Right.
Do you?
Yeah, normally
All right.
What do you do then, Wayne?
just
Well,
with the white.
I put 1 coat on a day, and after the 3rd day, I denib it. Then do the same for the next 3 days, and then after that, put a coat of wax on. Sorry, knock it back with Yorkshire Grit Microfine, and then put a coat of wax on.
Yeah,
I like to get it right
what
up to
colour
that
do you
last
use,
stage
Wayne?
and then mess it up.
That's what I do.
what colour night web do you use?
To knock it back,
Yeah,
orange.
yeah. See, I use white in between, which isn't as
Yeah, but
aggressive as it is.
The thing is, before you knock it back, it's got to cure properly. It's got to cure for at least 24 hours before you knock it back.
That might be why it goes milky before. All right. There we go. There's the first one done. We'll cut this off, and then we'll put on the platter.
Rich says it looks nice just like that, Scott.
Yeah, it's a different
Bring it
Different
forward a
colour.
bit. That's it.
I quite like the pink. I'll take the nib off that later. Right, let's swap chucks. And let's show you what else you can do. So you don't have to put the ebonizing lacquer on. Let's swap cameras as well while I'm over here. So all we've got here, this is a piece of elm. I turned the back, sanded it, Yorkshire grit, and then microcrystalline. Let's just adjust that camera. How's that showing? Okay. So this has just been sanded at the moment to 240. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you the process of opening the grain. So this, as I said, this is just a liming brush and going with the grain.
Keith's saying that elm looks like ash.
Well, it come from Keith and it had elm written on it.
Huey says, is that a blue pencil in the extruder? In the extractor?
No. The actual blue pencil from Dale's extractor is there. It's kept well away from extraction. Okay. So we've opened up all the grain there. Then using a cellulose sanding sealer. Turn that down. Just going to give it a coat of the cellulose. I need another paintbrush. No, I don't. Just clean that one out. Okay, let's do it that. Lose the tool rest. Can you see that all right, or do you need some light on it?
Keith says that that's just to baffle you. It works then.
Yeah, it's easy, isn't it? So, what we're going to use now is the red.
Ooh.
Oh.
So you're just going to put it all the way over?
And then you clean it off so you get it into the grain.
So I reckon some people are going to be going, well, you're having to clean it off with that reducer. That's an extra step to embellishing wax. But this has got another trick up its sleeve in that you can apply it thinned like a paint. Right.
You can die. Shh.
Was that? You see, that was just some clever foreshadowing, mate. Crikey, you have a production meeting, you just can't get the staff these days.
Sorry, who was that, Wayne?
Michelle Higgins.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Shell.
Hi, Michelle.
Yeah, so you can, as Di said, thin it down. Let's go back to the brush. Not the brush, the cloth. They're really vivid as well, these waxes.
Mm.
It looks quite bright.
But you don't have to take it off at all. You can leave it on there, can't you?
Yeah.
Because it picks up the grain as well. It like gives it a darker grain, if you see what I mean. Does that make sense?
So if you were to leave it on, would you just be polishing it then, rather than?
Yeah, you'd leave it the 5 minutes as it says.
Yeah.
And then buff it off.
Oh, okay. I know it's perhaps a silly question, but I'm a non-turner.
No. There's no silly questions.
Gerard's asking a question. In the long run, will it cost more as you need to use the bottle stuff every time? There will be other products out there that you can wipe it off with, not just...
Yeah, not just the reducer. What was it he said? There was something else he said that wasn't...
Was it the flow medium?
That's for thinning it down, isn't it?
Yeah. But you would think if it thins it, it's therefore a solvent.
Yeah. But I wouldn't use... The reducer's not...
solvent.
Yeah, but
No.
you can always look at the ingredients, can't you? But
Yeah.
Water.
I wouldn't use flow medium because that's more dearer than the or more expensive than the reducer.
The
I
things
think
with it. Go on.
all I was going to say, Wendy, is to clarify for Gerard there is it's it's an application issue. You know, it's not about it being more expensive. It's a different product. It does different things.
Gives you different effects as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's very vibrant colours. The amount of colours they had there, my goodness, they were gorgeous. I don't know whether you can get those colours in other things, can you?
I've not seen a red embellishing wax, but as Wayne says, you got the Buffett. Now, I hadn't heard of Buffett until earlier on when Wayne mentioned it. So I don't know what colours they come in.
I must admit, I'd not heard of them either.
David
Kirsty Dalton.
Lowe's used them for years. Buffett's.
I think I remember Kirsty Dalton using them as well.
So, right. Let's find the reducer again. I've just had it. There it is. Some more cloth. Now, what I want to try and get with this is just so we've got the red in the grain.
So I missed a bit of David's presentation when I had to go and get the van windscreen repaired.
Yep.
I don't know what I think on this. It must have been the one he used the wax on that I missed.
He did a bowl where he'd with the black ebonising lacquer.
Mm-hmm.
Did that, line brushed it out, and then put the antique silver on it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw it at the end. Yeah.
Dale says he's got to go back to work, so have fun.
Okay,
Bye,
see you later,
Dale.
Dale. Cheers for
See you
coming
later,
in.
mate.
And Adam's in. I didn't even know he was there. So hello, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
And Peter. Hi, Peter.
Hiya, Pete. That's
Adam.
giving it a
Adam says Buffett do a red.
there you go. So Buffett do a red.
Yep. And Keith says you can take it off with any oil like lemon oil.
Nice.
Let's try. I wanted that to stay in just a grain, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that, but I quite like that. But let's try the lemon oil. This is Chestnut's lemon oil. I love the smell of this stuff.
Does it smell of lemons?
No,
Yes.
pineapples.
Smells of lemon. It's made from the extract of lemongrass.
Nice.
I quite like that.
So do you think, in your opinion, it works better on the plain wood or on the black?
For picking out the colour in the grain, I think the black. But these are just practice pieces tonight. I'm sharing it with you guys. So I had a little play with them earlier on. I quite like that. I think, you know, if you turned like a poppy plate or something like that, then that could look quite, or even if you spray paint red and then added that on top. So this is just acrylic sanding sealer again, just over the top of that. How are we doing on time? 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Just give that sand sealer a minute to go off. Find a bowl gouge. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to hollow out the middle.
Peter said he got pink and blue.
Pink and blue. Ah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I wanted to get the antique silver, but every time I went up there, it was gone, and then I sort of like blew my budget.
Yeah. I think everybody does when they go to meets or anything, don't they?
Luckily, Wendy was there, and she saved me on the Sunday.
I spent all my money on petrol and food.
You
I
said
thoroughly
that,
enjoyed it.
you really enjoyed that food then.
Mate,
do you know what, it was
the
blinded.
food was Saucy Flows, the cafe run by a lad called Tom. It was absolutely excellent, and he did some small batch chili sauce.
Yeah.
And he sent me home with a few bottles. And
Did you get to come home with some?
I did, yeah, and there might be half a bottle left.
It was
I
that
only
good
took
then.
3. Oh, it's very similar to one I made when I had a bumper crop of Scotch bonnets a couple of years ago, but he beat me. He'd nailed it with a couple of additions. It was quite fruity, a pineapple and mango, but with the real punch from the Scotch bonnet. It's, yeah. And I collect chili sauce, so for me to wax lyrical about it, it's got to be good. Saucy Flows in Canterbury. There you go, mate. You got a shout out.
Yeah. If anyone's ever at Canterbury Rugby Club, that's definitely the place to eat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gav's got a live tomorrow at 2:00.
Who's that?
Is it your first? Gav.
Gav.
Cool.
Is it your
Sounds
first
like
one,
it's
mate?
his first, yeah.
Yes.
That'll be straight after mine because mine's at 1.
Good luck, Gav.
I think I spent the first half of my first life going, "Is this thing on?" So if you beat that, mate, you're doing all right.
Yeah. Once you get over the first one, you fine. First 5-10 minutes.
Nice.
I always
Gav,
find it.
Send one of us a link via Facebook and or one of the worms a link, and we'll get it up in the chat.
Don't send it me. I've got no idea how.
Fire it over, Gav.
Dies the man.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Me and my technological expertise.
Is this thing on? Yeah, I just heard.
If all Starlink satellites come crashing to the ground in the next 10 minutes, it's incidental. All right, remember that word, everyone.
Incidental, yeah.
Is that bleaching it out too much?
Coincidental. Hey?
No, it's
No,
fine.
looks all right,
Paul.
No.
Fine, Scott.
It was getting a bit dark there, so I had to put my lights on.
Gav says it's his first, so prepare for waffling and
Go on, Gav. Fire us that link, mate.
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
So if anyone's not working tomorrow or not doing anything, head over, give Gav some love.
Right.
If only.
Of course, nobody's doing anything. They're going to be watching Wayne. Right.
Yeah.
Right, Keith has a question. Keith Jarvis has a question. Question.
Oh yeah, Keith.
Sorry for a newbie question, but where can I find the links to other sessions?
Basically, you can't, Keith. What you've got to do is subscribe to everybody and hit the notification button. That's what you've got to do.
Yeah. If you go on the bluelightturner.co.uk, there's a link in there to or an old calendar that will give you links to people's channels of when they were doing lives at that time. I haven't updated it for a fair old while. Perhaps it's something I need to start looking at doing again. But it's just time and now I've just swapped to a scraper because I'm conscious I don't want to make this into a funnel. Sorry if I keep knocking the camera. I will work out another way of doing that camera.
It's actually thebluelighttenor.com, apparently.
Is it bluelightturner.com, is it?
It is.
See, I haven't looked at my website for ages.
Gerard's got a question there, Scott. Can you
Yep.
replace him for his shift in the kitchen so he can watch Gav?
What do you want? Bangers and mash?
I'm going to say how many covers and what we're going to do, Gerard. I might be able to hop in.
Yeah.
I'm not the best cook. I'm not a bad cook, but I'm not the best. Oh, I can't be that bad. I have to do Christmas dinner every year.
Well, if you got that duty, you must be half decent.
Yeah. We share that duty.
Do you?
Mm,
Wish I had someone to share that duty with.
I think he drinks more wine than I do, though.
My
So
husband doesn't cook.
Yeah.
I get the Christmas dinner stuff, but then family always get invited. It's like, well, you never told me they were coming.
So you've got to share 3 sausages between 6 people, yeah?
No, it's normally like the week before. Right,
Yeah,
where did I put my
we-
sanding box?
We tend to have like a few open invitations out to friends that have not got much family, you know, and
Yeah.
Invariably they don't come, and invariably we end up eating the food of 12 people between 3 of us.
For a week.
Yeah, but think how many pigs in blankets you could get away with there, mate.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
mate.
put it in blanket.
I do at least 2 trays of them.
You get away with it at Christmas, don't you? It's an excuse for reason to eat. That's all right, it's Christmas. Don't matter.
Yeah.
Just can't eat anything in January, February, March.
Up to July.
Gerard's just jumped in. He's got between 150 and 350 covers from 12 till 4 on an a la carte menu. No, mate, we can't. I'm a little bit rusty to handle that. Hi,
What's he
Andy.
got on the menu?
Andy H says hi.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a la
Andy.
carte. It's a la carte, Scott, meaning
It's what?
A la carte. I mean, it's
Whatever
just
they
on
are.
the plate.
it means whatever they want.
Oh, right. Is that a bit like tapas, that sort of thing?
Within, well, whatever they want within reason.
Colin says, stop saying the C word. It's only September, lol.
I've already started my shopping.
There you go. So you're not the only one. The
Hey.
parcels are starting to creep up now, you know.
Yeah, they are, definitely. Yeah.
So we're just working down through the grits.
It starts as soon as the kids go back to school.
I started in June.
Oh, you're a bit ahead of the game then.
No, it's only because you see the summer sales and it's like, oh, such and such will like that. And such and, you know, when you've got so many kids to buy for, like I've got, that's it. So you just start early.
Okay. Cool. Let's just give that a wipe down.
So that just dusty. You didn't send the actual.
Yeah, that's
did
just
you?
dust.
Yeah.
It's just dust. What I am going to do is I just want to highlight that colour on the top there.
If you was to sand that down a bit, would it still leave it in the grain, do you reckon?
Should do. If you've got it in deep enough. But I quite like the red of that now. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight it. So look here. A bit on the end.
Right, Bailey Woodwork says, Keith Jarvis, be sure to subscribe to everyone in the chat. Do that for every YouTube live you watch till you have about 1,000 subscriptions. Watch all the videos, but be safe. Be safe repeating what you see.
So I think he's saying, you know, subscribe to a load of people, watch a load of people. It's a good way of learning, but be conscious of safety. It's your responsibility.
Yeah.
That's what he's getting at, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris.
There's plenty of YouTube channels out there that'll teach you how to. I didn't know anything until 18 months ago when I started watching. And I've made a few things now.
Richard said to you, Scott, you need a head cam, Scott. I'll sell you the rights.
I need a head cam.
Yeah.
It make me feel sick.
Yeah, that would make me feel sick, I must admit.
My head's famous.
I got the rights.
Channel 4 have got rights to that already. Oh, look. Didn't want to do that, you div. Okay. If at first you don't succeed. So I had pre-thinned some of this wax, but I've just put loads of sawdust in it though. Let's do it again. So I'm gonna use Joe Sonia's flow medium. So I'm just gonna put a couple drips of that into this pot. And then I'm going to get some of this wax.
See, now, one of the reasons for using flow medium as apart from rather than water when you're thinning things down is that flow medium actually thins the paint down, but you don't lose any of the characteristics of the paint. So you still keep the vibrancy of the paint, although it's easy to work with.
That's good to know.
The Beard 16 said he used his this week and made me ill. Wendy ill. Yes, you did make me ill. I have to keep shutting my eyes.
When did you get car sick?
I do, apart from when I drive, because I'm looking at myself at the front.
No, I don't get car sick, but I get motion sick when watching a camera. It's really weird.
I can't do things like rides. The minute I go on a ride, I'm like, nearly thrown up. I'm not very good with anything.
That sort of thing don't bother me.
What we've done there is we've thinned this down, and as Wayne says, you can still see the vibrancy there. And rather than keep natural wood in the middle, I need a bit more wax in that. We're going to colour this.
Yeah.
If we don't like it, it's a bit of wood at the end of the day. I'll just take it off, start again. The other thing with these waxes that Emma pointed out is if you haven't quite sanded it smooth, they work as a brilliant filler.
Hey.
I like that pink. I think I prefer the pink over the red, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like more shiny, isn't it? It's got like a shimmer to it. in my opinion.
How are we doing on time?
We are quarter past the hour, mate.
I'm thinking I might try and hit that red with the drill and just see if that makes it look.
What about seeing another colour or something else that interacts with it? Oh, you've only got the two, haven't you?
I've only got the two of these colours, yeah.
Use a 600 grit.
Yep.
So correct me if I'm wrong, they're actually waxes, aren't they? So they should shine up on their own.
Yeah.
They should buff up really shiny on their own. Is that right?
Yep.
Could do.
As I said, tonight's not necessarily about getting a finished product that I'm 100% happy with, but it's about showing you these new waxes and what you can do with them. Who was it at the weekend said they're one of the demonstrators said that they're their new favourite toy? Was it Emma?
It could have been. It could well have been. I think
Gerard's
so.
asking, could you sand the red wax back a bit, like if it'd been burnt on, using a burning technique, that way the wax would just stay in the grain? Yes, Gerard, that's just what we were talking about.
Yeah, we might try that in a minute, Gerard. We've got plenty of time. Let's shut that extractor off because it's doing my head in. So you can use it as a paint as well once it's thinned down. So if you do pyro, if you were to pyro little flowers, then you could use these as a paint to fill in the petals.
Yeah.
You did pyro, Kes, didn't you?
I do, yes. Yes. I've been, I must admit, I haven't sat down and done a lot of it recently. I've been trying lots of new other things. Or other new things, should I say.
Ooh,
New
go
other
on.
things, other new
Go on,
things.
Kes. What? Go on.
What?
Well, I've doing my scroll saw work, and I've bought a box of resin today, so sort of
Exciting times.
yeah.
While we're talking pyro, though, I must say a massive thank you to B. Matthews and Andy at Turn and Burn. If you don't follow them guys, go and check them out. I did a maker swap with them at the weekend, and I've got a fantastic beach platter with some tits on, blue tits. So B names all her work. I'll leave you to guess what she called that piece.
Andy turns it and B burns it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
H. Cochran says, yes, it was Barbie. Oops, sorry, Emma.
Barbie, yeah. Barbie the Tiny Turner. I think I've got something to come back on that. I think Emma's going to get her revenge.
We're having a strategy meeting next week, mate.
For those that didn't know, I stitched Emma the Tiny Turner up because it was her birthday on the Sunday, and got her to sing Barbie Girl with me and John.
Paul Cavanagh's just come in.
I tell you what, though, she owned it. She absolutely owned it. The sudden drop did the voice perfectly, as well as perfectly as someone with a Yorkshire accent can. But then just dropped that character for a couple of words.
Yeah, you can't touch.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at the words though?
It's bad.
Barbie Girl.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
If you stay to the end of this video,
when that came out.
there might be a clip of that in there as well.
I might have to just message somebody and let them know.
So, in answer to Adam's question, yes, these waxes are finishes. You don't have to put anything on top. I'm just doing what I saw at the weekend, and I thought it'd give an excellent finish. So what I've done is I've just put a coat of acrylic sealer in the middle there. And then we are going to sand this off with 600. Let's have a look and see what that does.
You're going to sand the white or the pink?
We're going to
No, the
sand
red or the
the
pink.
red.
Yeah.
The red.
White? Where's the white?
On the back.
Yeah. While we're just giving that a minute, I'm just going to have a slurp of coffee because that's quite dusty. Right, extraction on. I've also found out the reason why my extractor wasn't working last week is that it was full.
Yeah, you
So
do need to empty it sometimes.
Yeah.
Dave says he will try it on his pixie dolls, Scott. Whatever that means.
You can buy something, Dave. Cool, he nicks my waxes. He nicks me colours. No, mate, bring some up and we'll have a try. Right, so this is 600 on this pad. That's just clogging the pad up, that one. Let's try. Let's go down.
Just, what about getting a bit of the reducer on a cloth and just trying to buff it off with a bit of heat and pressure?
Yeah.
Because
That's
that's
starting
getting there,
to take
though,
it.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's started to take it.
It is going to just clog it up, though, until
Yeah.
it slips it off.
Give the powder brush off with your lining brush.
Valid.
Colin's asking me if I've got an extractor yet. I've got a vacuum. I've got some pipe. And Hugh Davis is kindly sending me a bit to attach to my lathe. So, no, not exactly.
Isn't it?
Bits and pieces. That looks really cool.
I'll leave it as it is.
Yep.
Just this
It's
little
just
bit here.
that bit there, yeah. That's
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
good.
but it's tight grained in there though.
Yeah.
It does look really good as it is.
Just gonna give it one more thingy and then we'll call it. So I just need to highlight it again there on the edge. And then we can think about finishing it. Where's my tool rest gone? Underneath the drill.
Adam said, what about an airbrush? Airbrush and brush.
Airbrush?
Hand brush.
Oh, hand brush. What?
And brush, is it?
A brush.
A-N
Bristles?
brush.
Ah, what about brush?
No, that's going to dig it out of the grain.
Yeah. Let's try a bit of lemon oil, because lemon oil can also be used as a cleaner. Not just they finish.
And I don't think it's suitable as a beard oil either.
I'll have to ask Jamie about that one.
Christine and Michael have just come in.
Hi, you
Hiya.
guys. Hope
Hey,
you're
guys.
well.
You sound like you know all about that beard oil there, Di.
No, you see, my beard has two styles. One is the predominant style, which is can't be arsed, and and then the other style is need to use my respirator, which is as close to clean shaven as I'll go. Apparently, some of the people at the weekend were struggling with some of the accents from the Northern Invasion.
Yeah, because you all speak funny.
No, we don't. It's you lot that speak funny.
Right.
I don't know.
What do we think of that?
I think it looks nice.
I quite like that.
I love the pink, I'm afraid. The pink is just winning for me.
All right. Let's go to the camera.
25 past.
Cool. Well, we're going to give people time to see Richard. Just come back to this cam. So, there's the platter.
Very nice.
Like that. And
Nice.
the little bud fuzz.
I love that. It's the pink, I think, is what's doing it.
It's the pink.
Wow.
Okay.
The two together.
So, before I bring the guys back in, got a little treat for you. There we go. That is the only time you're going to see that will be getting clipped from this live. And
there might be somebody who's trying to get in the comments now and have a few words with you, pal. there might be a very angry person of diminutive stature.
But no, if you didn't go to the Chestnut Weekend, they're definitely one to go to. So the next one, I'm not sure where Terry's going. He's trying to go all around the country, but they are definitely worth it.
But he said it's up in the air, so I think the best thing you can do is give him a poke, say we loved it, or we didn't get to go, but we've seen it and we've heard about it and want you to do another one, because
Yeah, go on the Conkers page. So before we call it a night and let you get ready to go, head over to Richard just to show you these again.
That is gorgeous.
There's the platter. And there we go.
Lovely.
Excellent. So, I know Kez has got to shoot off.
Yep.
Mum's jobs and go and put the kids to bed.
Yeah, lots of them.
So, I'm going to say thank you to everyone for earworming for me, guys.
No problem.
Welcome.
Thank you, everyone that tuned in. And don't forget that Rich is on at 9 o'clock.
Can I just put in that Em's just sent me a message saying tell people to go buy the pass for the Weekender rerun. So yeah, if you want to see what you missed, go and buy the pass. It's all available there with some little in-between bits. I think I was interviewed. Don't know whether you want to see that.
I think there was a few of us that were interviewed, and
but
I think there's some bits from the evening entertainment. What goes on of an evening? It's not just
8 hours of footage, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. Right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much to all my earworms. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing and hitting the thumbs up. Until next week, I shall see you all later.
See you soon.